So here's a close-up of the card we're going to be making today. This is one of several of these adorable little bird note card sets, or part of the set. And these adorable little bird cards were made using the scalloped note card on envelope set. This set comes with 20 cards and envelopes. Each of them have this adorable little scallop detail. Comes with the envelopes that also have that scalloped edge. So really great little set. Perfect for the crafter on the go. Pre-scored. So these are really going to be quick and easy and just make a really bold statement. So of course for this, besides the wonderful scallop note cards and envelopes, we are also going to be using today the Free as a Bird stamp set for our cute little bird and our sentiment. We're also going to be using the coordinating dies. Now these are available as a bundle, so you can bundle them together and save. These make this fun little chevron shape that we're going to be using for our sentiment right there. Oh, that's out of frame. There we go. For our sentiment right there. Okay. Side. Okay. We're also going to be using this beautiful, and I just love this stuff, this gold edge ribbon. It's also available in silver, so if you're more of a silver fan, you could do this in silver instead. We also have the silver foil, so you could do silver, but it's just gorgeous. So we're going to be using this ribbon. Okay. To color our bird today, we're going to be using some of our wonderful blends. We're going to be doing the light and dark Daffodil Delight. It's going to be our little yellow canary, which I found that the little yellow canary actually matches just really well with this DSP and just with all the colors. So besides the Daffodil Delight combo, we're also going to be using just the light crumb cake to color the beak. Okay. To stamp our sentiment and our bird, we're going to be using Memento to cut our bird out, and of course our snips. Our paper today, this gorgeous background paper, is the Bird Ballad paper, and this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. There's some really pretty birds in here. I'm going to just show you real quick. If you have not checked this paper out already, you really should. There's some beautiful cards by my fellow demonstrators. This is of course 12 by 12 designer series paper. So you can do a lot with this set. 2 sheets of each design, front to back. So beautiful, beautiful paper. So we are just going to be using a little bit of this one right here. All right. Side, okay. And then the other thing we're going to be using is some gold foil paper, so not a lot, just to give it that fun little decorative edge right there. And that's really all we're going to be using today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Move this off to the side. Okay, so we're okay for demonstration purposes, just going to do the pink card today, but it's the same process regardless of which of these gorgeous cards you do. It's just a different background card color, so the front is the same on all of these. All right, so we're going to start by stamping our bird on just a sheet of Whisper White. Oh, I forgot to mention we do need a little bit of Whisper White, so really a tiny, tiny scrap. You only need enough to stamp the bird and to stamp our sentiment, and honestly, it does not take much to stamp and cut out this sentiment. So as I said, tiny piece, tiny piece. So I went ahead and pre-stamped and cut those out just to make the video a little shorter. But for this, we're going to, of course, use those dies. And in case you're wondering, pull this out here, we're going to be using, oh, and then a frame. We're going to be using this one right here from that set. Make sure I say the right thing. Yeah, so that one. So the one that just fits it just perfectly, and it gives it that fun little dot edge. So I went ahead and run that through on whatever die cutting machine that you have, following your machine instructions. And then of course I fussy cut the bird out with my paper snips. Sadly there's not currently a die for the bird. So let's go ahead and color the bird real quick using our blends. Now for the bird, I'll just do the beak real quick. Beak, really quick and simple. Just going to add a little crumb cake and done. So nothing to that. Now for the rest of the body, I'm going to do the light first. I always like to do the softest color first and then go back with my darker detail. But that's just me. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can color with these. The blends are really forgiving. I absolutely love them. All right, so and then just this areas that have just kind of that little hash mark to go around the edge of the wing. Hopefully my fingers are not too far in the way. Go on the outside up here, around the top of the head, just like up there. So I don't go real heavy with the darker color. And then we're going to go back with the lighter color and, as the name suggests, blend the two together. So just going where the two meet. And of course my neighbor decided to start doing yard work, so we're just going to keep going and really hope the video does not pick that up. I will listen in a minute. Alright, so when you do that and blend the two, you'll have just kind of a soft, lighter area in the center. Alright, and if you go too dark, then we also have that color lifter tool, so you can always lighten it up a little. Alright, so there's our bird. He's done. There we go. So now we're going to go ahead and grab that paper. So for our design series paper, I cut it at 5 inches by 2.5. And for our gold foil, which comes in the 12 by 12 sheets, I cut that at 5 by 2 3/4. So it just gave it that little tiny edge. But it is the full width of our paper. Alright, so the next tip I have for you, so we have this gorgeous foil paper, and it is beautiful, and it is about to be mostly covered up by your designer series paper, which is kind of a tragedy. So a big thing that I really recommend you do before you glue this down, take any of your punches. It really does not matter what you have, and cut some shapes out of the center. You're about to cover up the center, so provided you don't go straight to the edge, save some of that gorgeous foil for use on another project. So here I used a little bit of that butterfly dual punch and a little bit, I forget the name of this punch, one of my other punches. I mean, you can use that die set that we just did and cut out some other shapes, but really don't waste perfectly good gold foil paper. Cut something out of the center before you glue it down. So handy tip right there. So I'm actually going to use this one. I just wanted to show you the measurements on that. So we're going to use the one that we cut out. Take those measurements off. So boom. All right. Oh, and glue. I forgot one thing. Okay, so we're going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue on here. Other handy tip when gluing anything when you have giant holes cut out, don't glue on this part, glue on this part. So we're not gonna get glue all over our surface, we're just gonna glue around here. And I'm not going all the way to the edge. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna add this, giving it that tiny little gold edge around. Go. A little press. Ta-da. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grab that beautiful ribbon. Isn't it just absolutely beautiful? Just like that. And you want to have enough that you can loop it around on the back side. So you don't need a huge piece, but keep in mind this is 5 inches. So probably maybe like 5.5. Something like that. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, but just enough that you want to be able to loop it around. So, boop. That off. So the tear and tape is absolutely awesome for this. If you don't have that, the snail will work, but it does tend to not hold as well. So tear and tape is my go-to for the ribbon stuff. The other thing is, Scotch tape also works pretty good too. So, all right, so we're just going to do a little piece right in the center, and to put it here because the cinnamon is going to cover it. Just line it up, and stick it down. And then we're going to flip the whole thing over, and I'm keeping our lines straight. Tear 2 more pieces, one on each end. Right, and we have our ribbon down. So now we're going to go ahead and add our sentiment. And you can do either liquid glue or tear and tape. Just do top and bottom. Line that up right on top. Give it a little press. Go ahead and grab my bird. Alright, and I don't like to put the wet glue on top of ribbon. It just doesn't tend to stick as very well and kind of tends to be messy. So for this, I'm just going to put a little glue on his head, on his feet, and on his tail, and maybe a little bit on his tummy, because where he's sitting is going to mainly be on the edge of this, and his feet and his tail are going to be off the ribbon, and that's going to be enough to really hold him. It's just going to be kind of hugging the top and the bottom of that ribbon, so it'll hold him good. A little press. May leak out a little bit, but it dries clear. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab that Post-it note. There we go. Grab our card base. Oh, give that a little more press. It's still a little sticky. I'm going to put it down where I have a little bit of that pink showing up. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Now also don't forget your envelopes with this set. So with this you could very easily decorate the envelope. So let me show you here. So we've also still have this paper. So you could very easily add just a little paper detail to this, even if it's just a little something like that. Or you could also just stamp a little bird on there if you want, which would be really cute. It doesn't have to be colored, it could just be stamped in black. So a lot of cute different things that you could do just to kind of add a little fun detail. I'm actually probably going to stamp a little bird down here on the corner. I think it'd be kind of cute. But don't forget to add a little something to your envelope so the person getting it knows there's something extra special in that card. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this fun card tutorial. For all the direct product links to purchase these wonderful Stampin' Up! Products, just check out the video description below. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!